Hello and thank you. Welcome. I have a very special guest with me today. It is Sarah Webb from Timeless Inspirations, based in Hertfordshire. They're an all-encompassing, really dynamic wedding company that will do everything for you, from dresses to shoes to cakes to limousine hire to absolutely everything. So welcome, Sarah. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you. What a lovely introduction. Thank you, Neil.
Pleasure. Well, we're going to be talking about 9 top tips that brides must remember when selecting simple wedding dresses. But before we get on to that, what I want to do is I want to give the audience a little flavour about Timeless Inspirations, the origins, where you've come from, and especially over the last 6 months, the transformation that you guys have done in this fantastic showroom that you now have.
Thank you. Basically, Timeless Inspirations was born in October 2010. We started just doing wedding and event planning from home. Since that time, we've really gone from strength to strength. We now have a one-stop wedding and event showroom in Hunsdon, Hertfordshire. Here, our clients can receive everything that they could possibly need for their wedding or event, all under one roof. We have everything from bridal wear to confectionery to venue styling to wedding planning, hire items, and everything else in between. So
Right.
Here we are.
Absolutely, and I absolutely love the showroom. It's such a great showpiece for you guys. It
Oh,
really
thank
is,
you.
right?
Thank you very much.
Well, we're going to go straight into these 9 top tips that we have. And the first thing that we know about is it's all about the type of wedding that you're going to have.
Yes,
You know,
it's obviously very, very important. When obviously the wedding dress is the most important thing to us girlies. One of the first things that you'll book is obviously your wedding venue, and then hopefully you'll come along to see me to look at the dresses.
Yeah.
Now, obviously when choosing a dress, it's most important, the first thing that you should consider is the type of wedding that you might be having. So that's whether you're getting married in a church, whether you're getting married in a civil ceremony at a hotel, or whether you're on a luxurious beach in Barbados,
That'd be nice.
Neil.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I tell you what, so once you know where you're going to get married, I suppose the next thing we've got to do is to sort of think about what suits your body, isn't it?
Absolutely. Obviously, I mean, our dresses range from everything from a size 8 to a size 28, so we cater for everybody. Obviously, women are very, very different. None of us are exactly the same. And obviously there are different styles that suit, you know, the taller women, the shorter women, the larger lady. Every single dress that we have, you know, we have so many different styles that can work with any sort of woman and any body shape.
With so much available, as you can see behind me here, this array, with so much available, how do people really know what they need to choose?
I think the best thing to do when people come along, we don't restrict them to a time limit. We have some fun and we say to them, look, you know, please try on as many different types of style, as many different types of dress, maybe something that you could never ever imagine yourself to be in. But this is a once in, you're only going to get married once, this is one opportunity, so it's always good fun to have a good try of everything, to see what suits your shape, suits your figure. Obviously different fabrics, different styles.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. What in your experience now, what is currently the most popular type of wedding dress?
Okay, well we get asked an awful lot for lace wedding dresses, obviously because the vintage weddings and rustic weddings are very, very fashionable, so lace is really, really popular at the moment. We're also being asked a lot for T-length dresses, which are the shorter ones that you can team with some killer heels. But the most, obviously always the most popular is your strapless A-line. Obviously nips you in at the waist and then disguises a whole multitude of sins.
Right, always good. But tell me about, let's talk about accessories now. So should we start with shoes? Tell me about sort of shoes and what goes well with certain dresses.
Okay, well the majority, obviously in our longer gowns, most of the time, although the woman will feel really, really important to have an amazing pair of shoes, sadly with the longer gowns, obviously we don't get to see them very often. Obviously with the shorter T-length styles, we can team them with some amazing shoes, whether they be sparkly, whether they be Disney. There are so many different types of shoes. to go for. Lots of different. We have a catalogue that will show lots and lots of different styles. But sadly, Neil, generally you don't get to see the shoes very often.
Except with the shorter.
With the shorter dresses.
Which the guys tend
yes.
to like a lot too, by the way.
Okay.
So what about jewellery and headdress and things like that?
Okay, well in terms of the jewellery, it very much depends on the simplicity of the dress and obviously the neckline of the dress. Some of our dresses are so detailed in terms of the bodice that they may not need any jewellery at all. If you are going for a very simple dress with a very simple subtle neckline, then you could be maybe a little bit more elaborate with your jewellery. And the same, and the same with the headdress. We can go really simple, and we can go really, really elaborate. Obviously, depending on what you're planning to do in regards to veils and hairdressing as well.
I understand. Okay. Let's move on to the other very popular part of weddings, and that's flowers. What's very popular at the moment about flowers, and again how it relates to the dress style and what you need to think about?
Well, I would suggest if you are having a very simple gown, then I would suggest a teardrop style bouquet. Because that obviously is that's a lot more elaborate, so we can bring in a lot of detail into the flowers and maybe a bit of sparkle if you are going quite simple with your dress. A lot of women are going more for the posy, sort of hand-tied option of flowers, and then teaming their bridesmaids so that they're the same.
Okay. Keeping the same theme. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Now, in terms of sort of how you feel about wearing a dress, I think most people want to feel very comfortable with what is. Of course. In terms of that, I think in terms you understand about that.
In terms of physically being comfortable, obviously that's very, very important because you're going to be wearing this dress for quite a number of hours. So you need to be able to feel like you can sit down, like you can move, and like you can dance. In terms of mentally, in terms of being comfortable, is this the sort of dress that you imagined yourself wearing to walk down the aisle? Do you feel like a princess? At the end of the day, you're only going to get married once, and this is just your special, the biggest, most amazing day of your life, and you need to feel special. I think that's really, really important, and obviously one of the biggest factors, to consider. Do you feel like a princess? Can you imagine being married in this particular outfit?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Sarah. I think it's going to be very helpful for all the audience, all the brides to be out there. And if you need to know anything more about Timeless Inspirations and about Sarah and her fantastic team, you can find out more information on their website, which is www.timelessinspirations.co.uk. Before we go, actually, there's a special offer that you got on the moment for people that come into the website, into the showroom, about your dresses. Do you want to tell the audience a bit about that?
Absolutely. Well, at the moment we have about 300 wedding dresses all in stock. They are example, they are off the peg, but we do also have, as well as massively discounted prices already, through our deals, we do also have 20% off every gown that's in store at the moment as well. So give us a shout, it would be great to see you, and here we are.
Right, excellent. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. More soon. Thank you. Bye for now.